Welcome back, folks. Today, we're diving into the chaotic world of Los Angeles, where dreams are made and promptly crushed under the weight of overpriced avocados and relentless traffic and fucking homelessness. If you're considering moving to LA, let me break it down for you. Don't. You're about to step into a world of drugs and pain, and not the good kind, like leg day at the gym. No, this is more like stepping on a Lego at 3 a.m. repeatedly. First off, let's talk about traffic. Now, you might think you've experienced bad traffic before, but unless you've been stuck on the 405 freeway during rush hour, you have no idea what you're in for. In LA, you don't measure distance in miles, you measure it in hours. Need to get to work? Better leave at 4 a.m. or just sleep in your car. It's like a daily marathon, except there's no finish line and no medals, just the faint hope of getting home before bedtime. Ever heard of a place where it takes an hour to drive 5 miles? That's LA in a nutshell. You'll spend so much time in your car, you'll start referring to it as your second home. But let's be honest, it's probably more comfortable than your actual home, which brings me to the next point: housing. Unless you've got the budget of a tech mogul, get ready to live in a shoebox. A really expensive shoebox. And by shoebox, I mean a studio apartment where the bedroom, kitchen, and bathroom are basically the same room. That'll be $2,500 a month, please. Oh, you wanted parking? That's cute. Parking in LA is like trying to find a unicorn. It doesn't exist. And if it does, it'll cost you another couple $100 a month. Speaking of money, let's talk about the cost of living. Everything in LA is more expensive. Want a burger? That'll be $15. A cup of coffee? $6. And don't even get me started on groceries. You'll find yourself rationing avocados like they're a rare commodity. Spoiler alert, they kind of are, especially when you're paying $3 each. Now, let's not forget the air quality. LA's got that special kind of smog that makes your lungs feel like they're on fucking fire. You'll develop a new hobby, collecting inhalers. And if you're lucky, you might even get to see the city skyline on those rare, clear days. That's if you can make it through the haze of pollution and despair. Breathing in LA is like a workout for your lungs, constant resistance training against the smog. But hey, maybe you're moving to LA for the weather. Sunshine and palm trees, right? Sure, it's sunny most of the time, but don't let that fool you. LA heat is no joke. Summers can be brutal, with temperatures soaring into the triple digits. And with all that sun comes the inevitable droughts and wildfires. You'll get real familiar with the terms fire season and evacuation orders. Nothing says welcome to LA like the threat of your house burning down. And while we're on the topic of nature, let's talk about earthquakes. LA is basically sitting on a giant fucking fault line, just waiting for the next big one. You'll get used to the ground shaking every now and then, but it's always in the back of your mind. Just another layer of excitement in the city of angels. Let's not forget the social scene. LA is famous for its hurry up and wait culture. Want to go out to a trendy restaurant? Better be prepared to wait in line longer than it takes to cook a Thanksgiving turkey. Clubbing? You'll spend more time in line than actually dancing. Even your morning coffee run will feel like a damn DMV visit. And good luck getting a reservation anywhere remotely popular without booking months in advance. But you're probably thinking, I'll get to see celebrities. Sure, you might see a celebrity, but don't expect a magical moment. It's more like seeing them rush past you, shades on, avoiding eye contact, and hoping you don't recognize them. Spoiler alert, they're just people too, and most of them aren't interested in small talk while buying overpriced kale. The closest you'll get to an actual interaction is maybe catching a glimpse of their Instagram stories, or them telling you to F off. And speaking of social media, let's talk about the pressure to look good. LA is the land of beautiful people, and it shows. Everyone's got perfect hair, perfect skin, and perfect bodies. You'll find yourself constantly comparing and feeling the pressure to keep up. Us fatties need to stay together. Gym memberships, personal trainers, and endless beauty treatments will become a part of your routine. It's like a full-time job just to maintain the LA look. But hey, if you're into fitness, Los Angeles got you covered. There are more yoga studios, spin classes, and juice bars than you can shake a stick at. Just be prepared to pay a premium for that organic, cold-pressed juice. It's all part of the LA experience. And let's not forget the job market. Sure, there are plenty of opportunities in the entertainment industry, but so does everyone else. The competition is fierce, and breaking into the industry is like trying to win the lottery. you'll find yourself juggling multiple jobs just to make ends meet. And if you're not in entertainment, good luck finding a job that pays enough to cover the exorbitant cost of living. Forgot to mention, leave your kids away from this industry. Now, let's talk about the culture. LA is a melting pot, which is great, but it also means you're constantly surrounded by people from all over the world. It's a city that never sleeps, and you'll find yourself bombarded by noise, crowds, and the hustle and bustle of city life. It's exciting, but it's also exhausting. You'll long for a moment of peace and quiet, but it's hard to come by in the city that's always on the go. Despite all this, there are some upsides to LA. The weather is generally nice, with mild winters and plenty of sunshine. The beaches are beautiful if you can get to them without spending half your day in traffic. And there's always something to do, whether it's hiking in the hills, exploring the diverse neighborhoods, or catching a live show. Also, you might find it entertaining watching two homeless fighting. But at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Is the dream of living in LA worth the reality of dealing with traffic, high costs, smog, and earthquakes? For some, it is. But for many, it's a rude awakening. So if you're still thinking about moving to LA, just remember, it's a land where your dreams might come true. If you can survive the traffic, afford a place to live, breathe the air, and withstand the waiting lines, homeless, drugs and shit everywhere. But hey, at least you'll have a great view of the Hollywood sign when it's not hidden behind a cloud of smog. So stay smart, stay safe, and maybe consider somewhere a bit more reasonable, like literally anywhere else. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more brutally honest truths.